Channel the News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And a happy Friday it is, right?
Yes, a very happy Friday. We're looking at a lot of sun today, Gary, which is the plus side. And yes, it's very cold, but we're going to warm up rather quickly this afternoon. We take a look at the current conditions outside. You can see here we are sitting at 6 degrees in Rome, 5 Hamilton, 6 Johnstown, 1 single degree above zero at Saranac Lake. But this is just due to radiational cooling. This strong late February, early March sun that we're going to be seeing today will be producing some decent warm-up. Downtown Utica, a live view outside. Aside from it being very cold, it is a quiet morning out there. You've got no impacts to travel on your morning or evening commute today. Yorkville Battery live radar, overall looking pretty dry as well. We have a frontal boundary to our northwest that's might be passing by a flurry or two up in the higher elevations way to the north, but for much of the Mohawk Valley, it's going to be pretty dry. So again, it's a very frigid morning, but we do warm up rather quickly today. We've got a tale of 2 seasons this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, drastically different. I'll talk about that in a few minutes as well. There's also something called a planetary parade and what you can look for. I'll talk a bit more about what you can see in the night sky and what the process is going to be. But again, today, you can see here, there's plenty of opportunity for sun. And look at that, we warm up quickly, pushing 40 degrees. We'll be tracking that temperature trend and that weekend forecast in a few minutes. Gary?
Thanks. It's a story that is definitely topping.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Happy Friday, everybody. Today, very cold to start, but we do have some nice weather to be expecting this afternoon. We'll take a look right here in your forecast in a minute. We'll talk about today as well as, of course, the weekend right around the corner. So let's first start out with the current conditions. A live look at downtown Utica. We've got quiet but cold start to your day today. Griffiths measuring 6 degrees. However, the winds, thankfully, are not that strong, so the wind chill not that much of a factor today. The sunrise, 6:45, sunset, 5:50. These numbers, of course, are going to be continuing to skyrocket, at least when it comes to increased daylight time, especially as we head into March. Now today, due to that stronger sun angle, we start out pretty cold, but look at this right here. We're pushing 40 degrees by this evening with dry weather and, of course, some pretty nice temperatures as well. Now you can see here a tale of 2 days this weekend. We're at 42 for the high Saturday with some early morning rain showers. Sunday, 25 with some overnight snow and some pretty frigid wind chills down into the teens for the afternoon. So we'll talk a bit more about that weekend forecast coming up shortly. Gary?
It's like we're going to spring into winter.
Exactly.
Eric, thanks. So Oneida County Corrections officers have approved a contract with
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody, on this Friday, our final Friday of February. March is already right around the corner here, and I think a lot of us are just waiting for it. We look at the radar and satellite right now. We have a pretty quiet morning. We do have some snowfall to our north and west. That's, for one, going to be weakening as it pushes its way eastward, and if any survives, it'll be mainly in the Adirondack region, mainly north near Old Forge in that zone there. So that's the only precip we're looking at today. Yorkville Battery live radar, again, pretty quiet near our local area. We've got a planetary parade that takes place over the next few days, and the parade basically is a fancier word of just saying you can see all these planets in the sky, and it goes from, which already took place 25th, which, you know, we had some decent clouds, through the 28th, tomorrow. But I think with the clearing potential tonight, even this morning, too, you might have a shot of seeing it here. You got Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. Now, Neptune might be a bit difficult to see. Same with Uranus. It's just how far away those planets are. But you can clearly see in some cases Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. Now, aside from stargazing, when it comes to winter sports, I mean, it's been such a great winter for this. And although we have some slushy snow today and tomorrow due to that melting taking place, Sunday we got some icy conditions as we have that cool down rather quickly. So let's go into detail in that forecast. So today it's a chilly start. We do climb quickly into the 30s, pushing near 40 this afternoon. Now, by 5 p.m. onwards, you can see here we're going to be tracking temperatures hovering in the mid to low 30s by Saturday morning. So a bit of a warmer start tomorrow, climbing to near 40 again before we're going to see the arrival of some brief rain showers, maybe a few flurries in those higher elevations, and then overall pretty cloudy skies for much of the rest of the day Saturday. Partial clearing possible before sunset. Then, as a cold front rolls through overnight into early Sunday morning, it's a different story for Sunday. We've got colder weather, wind chills in the single digits to low teens, and on top of that, a few flurries and snow showers falling throughout the morning. So when it comes to weekend days, as you can see here, a different story each day. 42 with some rain Saturday morning, 25 with some snow Sunday morning. And then we do have some pretty chilly overnights. We're back down to the near 0 degree mark Sunday night and Monday night. A little bit of a warm up by the middle of next week. And then, of course, we're closely tracking that major warm up as we head into the middle of March. Still, signs are pointing to it. It's still really far to give exact numbers, but it's going to be pretty balmy.
Yeah, spring is looking closer.
Yes.
At least a little. Eric, thanks. Well, the big snowfall this past Sunday into Monday is pushing the state of Rhode Island to ask for help in their cleanup from surrounding states. Reporter Nicole Motor has more.
Progress on the cleanup, out-of-state plows making a dent in Cranston and Pawtucket. Rhode Island city workers say it's helping.
To bringing on the extra equipment, it will expedite the system. Just on crosswalks alone, 3 loaders and like 6 trucks.
Ronald Crudell lives in Cranston, his wife confined to a wheelchair.
Did a plow come by today? How have these streets been plowed? When did they get plowed?
The only time I saw the plow was in the middle of the night, and it was just down the center.
Governor McKee admitted that local communities didn't have enough resources.
The capacity for the state to do the state roads and everything else, we had that. But the capacity for the local communities to deal with this magnitude, they didn't.
Ronald says he doesn't blame them.
It was a major blizzard, and everybody's in the same predicament. So I'm not going to throw stones in any direction. I think they're doing what they can, but you make do.
He's grateful that the plows are finally coming down his street.
Where have you been all my life?
And that was Nicole Motor reporting from Rhode Island. And thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libator, and if you are getting ready to head outside, well, it's going to be chilly this morning, Eric, but almost a 50-degree warm-up ahead, right?
Yeah, it's a very large warm-up today, Gary. Despite us being in the single digits, we're going to hit near 40 degrees this afternoon. And let's take a look at the temperatures here, because I want to talk a bit more about that temperature range here. So if we hit 40 today, it's the first time in 43 days that we're going to hit 40 degrees. So this is a monumental step in seeing the changing seasons. Now, to be fair, we still have some more official winter time to go. A meteorological spring will actually start on the 1st of March. Basically, that's the difference between that and just the normal seasons, is that just for record keeping. It's a bit difficult to keep records when the month ends or the season ends in the middle of a month. But that's the only reason why. Still, though, we start out very cold, dry as well. As you take a look at downtown Utica right now, Yorkville Battery Live Radar, same story. Some snow showers to our northwest that'll pass mainly north of our area for the day today. So what are we tracking? Again, after that cold start, we warm up very quickly. Following that, we have a tale of 2 seasons, spring and winter this weekend. We'll be talking a bit more about that shortly. And we're also looking at a planetary parade in the night sky, something to look out for, primarily with the possibility of clearer skies again tonight. We'll talk all about this, as well as that trend of temperatures as we head into next week. But for now, you can see here, very cold start. We're pushing near 40 with a beautiful day today. Gary?
Eric, thanks. New details have emerged about that deadly incident.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Happy Friday, everybody. The weekend is right here in our final days of February. What a past few months it's been. And hopefully we might have some changing seasons in the near future. The data suggests some warmth, but of course, we'll see how that pans out. Nonetheless, let's take a look at our photo of the day today, our final one for this week, and we are looking at a sunset pillar in Herkimer. This was taken by Rob. So shout out to those of you in Herkimer, and just an amazing shot here of those pillars, which again are caused by unique circumstances in the atmosphere. You have the right ice crystals or particulates in the atmosphere that produce that very narrow band. Usually it happens, of course, in the wintertime due to said cold temperatures. But nonetheless, great photo right here. If you have one you'd like to share with us, WKTV.com/weather/pics, a place to go to submit your photo, as well as view the thousands of other great submissions on our website too. That photo and every photo every morning brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A Long Island grandfather is fighting.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning on this Friday. We are tracking some pretty quiet conditions today. A cold start, but a sunny and warm afternoon. We'll take a look at the radar and satellite right now. We have a frontal boundary to our northwest, maybe a stray flurry to the north, but besides that, it's a pretty quiet day out there today. Yorkville Battery Live radar showing a similar story. We're not tracking anything in the form of impactful weather today, so enjoy your quiet and, yes, sunny Friday. So while things are looking pretty quiet in the short term, I want to share with you guys something interesting going on in the night sky. It's called a planetary parade. You can see a bunch of these planets in the night sky, and this mainly takes place around a half hour or so after sunset, so the time frame of that. And the best date for it is the 28th. You can see a few more of these tonight as well. Now, keep in mind, you see all these planets here. There's a couple that you might not be able to see without maybe a telescope or binoculars, those being Neptune and Uranus. Neptune, you can't see without any sort of aid via telescope or anything like that. It's just too far away. But everything else, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, you look in the right spots, you'll be able to spot them in the late evening sky. Now, aside from the stargazing aspect, it is still technically wintertime here, and we do have some pretty slushy conditions for any winter sports today and tomorrow, with temperatures climbing above freezing. There will still be a snowpack, though, in a lot of spots, especially in those higher elevations, as we head into Sunday, as those melting conditions refreeze, and we have icy spots throughout the day. So I mentioned earlier on that this weekend is a tale of two seasons. We got spring and we got winter. And the springtime aspect will be Saturday. We're back to winter again on Sunday, but let's piece it together here in the Skycast. Today, it's just downright a beautiful day. It's sunny out, highs pushing 40. If we hit 40, it'll be the first time in 43 days we hit that mark here, so that's definitely one we'd like to hope to achieve today. Then by tonight, we remain in the mid to low 30s before we see the arrival of a frontal boundary producing a round of some brief rain and some snow in the hilltops. Won't last too long, and aside from some patchy drizzle Saturday afternoon, cloudy skies, we could see some partial clearing as we head into our final day of February. March comes in, and it doesn't quite feel like March, actually. We're down into the teens with some scattered snow showers to start your day, and only climbing into the 20s over wind chills, still remaining pretty cold for much of the day on Sunday, so something to watch out for when it comes to cold temperatures. Either way, though, still The longer range forecast still pointing to some warming temperatures toward at least following the 6th and 7th of March. 7-day forecast. We're in that battleground time period in the late winter, early spring time frame. We've got as many near 0-degree lows as 40-plus degree highs.
Yeah.
So definitely a battleground of temperatures the next week or so.
Quite the difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. Well, still ahead. One last look at the forecast and a peek.
With Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Gary. Happy Friday, everybody. And how about this for a Friday,
Yeah.
Gary? We got sunshine, and it's hitting near 40
Ooh,
today.
spring.
It'll feel like spring out there today. Let's take a look at the current temperatures outside right now. It might not feel like spring this morning. You might have to grab those thicker winter jackets. It's still a balmy 6 degrees outside at Griffiths and Rome, and for a lot of spots, we're hovering in the single-degree mark anyways. The warmer sectors of New York State down in the Finger Lakes area in southwestern New York. Live at downtown Utica, we've got some traffic starting to pick up for that morning rush hour. But you can see here plenty of clear skies this morning. Expect to see a lot of that across a lot of the Mohawk Valley for your day today. Yorkville Battery Live radar, we are dry locally to our northwest. We've got a frontal boundary, but that will mainly stay to our north and west. But maybe a stray flurry can't be ruled out in the Old Forge area and north. So something to watch there today. So what are we tracking? Well, again, frigid morning. We warm up rather quickly, pushing 40 this afternoon. We do have a tale of two different seasons as we head into Saturday and Sunday. One day being very spring-like and the other one heading right back to winter again. We'll talk a bit more about that weekend forecast here shortly, too. And following that as well, we do have a planetary parade. We'll talk about what that is, what to look for, and when to look for it. We'll have all the details on that, plus, most importantly, that forecast for today throughout the weekend. You can see here, warming up quickly, pushing 40 degrees. All the details on that coming up shortly. Gary?
Eric, thanks. It's a story that is definitely topping financial.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Happy Friday, everybody. And how about this for a Friday forecast? We got some nice weather on tap, sunshine, warming up to near 40, but how is that weekend looking? We'll take a look here in your forecast in a minute. First off, a live look at downtown Utica. Expect a sunrise where you could see the sun. Not too often here in the wintertime do we see that, but either way, it's a beautiful start to the day today, albeit a cold start. Now, we do have a slight wind out there, so it's bringing those feels-like temperatures down into the negatives, but that will be the outlier today because we're going to warm up very quickly. How warm? Well, we're hitting the 13-degree mark as we head to around 8 to 9 a.m., pushing 40 degrees by 5 p.m. with completely dry weather and no travel impacts throughout the day today. So the weekend, as I mentioned, is a tale of two seasons. Now, Saturday's going to feel a lot more like spring. 42 the high, early morning rainfall, and some few clouds in the afternoon. But Sunday, it's a bit colder. High of 25, feels like temperatures down into the teens, starting out in the single digits. So we have a lot of cold weather to deal with following the warm-up today and tomorrow. We'll track that, plus how the rest of the next 7 days are looking when it comes to the changing months coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Oneida County Corrections officers have a
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Friday morning, everybody. Today we are tracking plenty of sun after a very cold start, a warm afternoon. We'll look at the radar and satellite right now. We can kind of see what a couple of things in the atmosphere. For one, we have some snow showers to our northwest. This might clip some sections of Herkimer County, mainly closer to northern Herkimer County, the Old Forge and north. But besides that, it is a quiet morning for the rest of central New York today. Yorkville Battery Live radar, you can see here dry conditions early this morning. And again, a pretty quiet day today and a quiet night tonight, allowing us the possibility of checking out the planetary parade. Well, what is that? Well, it's a parade. All the planets line up in the street. Well, no, it's actually a interesting phenomenon. You can see a lot of the planets in the night sky all in a roughly similar area. Now, keep in mind, with planetary parades like this, some planets easy to spot, others not so much. For example, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Saturn, and Mercury, you could see with the naked eye. Neptune, probably not. You might need maybe a telescope at minimum to view it. Even then, it's still incredibly difficult to see Neptune being so far away. Of course, Uranus, you may be able to see it with binoculars. It's not the most easy thing to see in the night sky, but nonetheless, you have the opportunity of seeing a lot of those planets, again, tonight as well as tomorrow night. But I think tonight would be a better shot due to the clearing skies. And that'll take place between a half hour and an hour after sunset. Now, when it comes to winter sports, it's been a pretty nice winter so far, an amazing winter, I should say. Now, today and tomorrow, we got slushy snow that might impact it. On Sunday, though, icy conditions will move in due to that snow melt refreezing as those temperatures plummet quickly. So on our Skycast, you can see here today a cold start, a pleasant afternoon, sunshine, highs climbing into the upper 30s, pushing 40 degrees. Saturday morning, not too bad, already starting on the 30s, around some rainfall rolling through briefly, some snow on the hilltops. And then the winds will pick up, and especially as we head into Sunday. A cold front rolls through overnight into early Sunday, producing around some snow showers. And then we've got wind chills throughout the day Sunday in the low teens, potentially single digits in the early morning hours or even late evening hours. So we've got a very cold Sunday, a very mild Saturday, and a beautiful day today. Your 7-day forecast, we still track some colder temperatures Sunday night and Monday night. Look at that, low of 1 and a low of 2. But just as equally, as we head into Wednesday and Thursday next week, we're back into the 40s again. So this is one of those weather whiplash type scenarios where it's that battleground of winter and spring. It's a battle of which season wins out, and it's that time of year where it takes place. So we're going to see a variety of different conditions over the next week or so.
Yeah, especially this weekend.
Yes, 2 different days.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. Well, the big snowfall this past Sunday into Monday is pushing the state of Rhode Island to ask for help in their cleanup from surrounding states. Reporter Nicole Motor has more on that.
Progress on the cleanup, out-of-state plows making a dent in Cranston and Pawtucket. Rhode Island city workers say it's helping.
Bringing on the extra equipment, it will expedite the system. Just on crosswalks alone, 3 loaders and like 6 trucks.
Ronald Crudell lives in Cranston, his wife confined to a wheelchair.
Did a plow come by today? How have these streets been plowed? When did they get plowed?
The only time I saw the plow was in the middle of the night, and it was just down the center.
Governor McKee admitted that local communities didn't have enough resources.
The capacity for the state to do the state roads and everything else, we had that. But the capacity for the local communities to deal with this magnitude, they didn't.
Ronald says he doesn't blame them.
It was a major blizzard, and everybody's in the same predicament. So I'm not going to throw stones in any direction. I think they're doing what they can, but you make do.
He's grateful that the plows are finally coming down his street.
Where have you been all my life?
And that was Nicole Motor reporting from Rhode Island. Well, Forever Chem once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. If you are getting ready to head outside or get the kids ready for the bus stop, definitely bundle them up this morning. Eric, but there is good news, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is very cold to start. We're seeing temperatures in the single digits, wind chills below 0. But, Gary, we're pushing near 40 this afternoon. And on top of that, some sunshine as well. Let's take a look at the temperatures outside early this morning. Again, at single digits, the story today. It feels very cold this morning, but we will be warming up very quickly. That strong late February, early March sun will be doing numbers on this cold temperature early today. A live look at downtown Utica. It is a beautiful scene out there. Now the road's just, for a rare instance, pretty quiet. Obviously some traffic way out in the distance there from that morning rush hour. But either way, you'll be seeing a lot of this in the sky today. The elusive giant ball of light in the sky that we rarely see in wintertime. Yorkville Battery Live Radar showing dry weather here locally. And we have some snow showers to our north, but that mainly stays to our north. Of course, it weakens as well. So again, a frigid morning. We warm up rather quickly. We have a tale of two different seasons this weekend. Saturday and Sunday are going to feel drastically different. We'll talk about that too. And then something else to mention too, a very interesting thing in the night sky, a planetary parade. We'll talk about what you can see, when you can see it, and where you can see it coming up in just a few short minutes. But again, today, highs climb into the upper 30s, low 40s. A beautiful Friday on tap. We have a look at that weekend forecast in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. New details have emerged about that deadly incident.
Is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli. This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Happy Friday, everybody. It's our final Friday, our final few days of February. And how about this to wrap up our week and month for our photo of the day. This one takes us to Herkimer of a sunset pillar. This is sent in to us by Rob. An amazing photo right here. We've had a lot of great sun pillars to look at from sunsets in the last month or so. You get the right cloud conditions, the right particles in the atmosphere. When the sun begins to set, those frozen particles in the sky will produce something that looks like this. So, very interesting sight here. This was sent to WKTV.com/weather/pics. That's the link to go on our website to submit your photo or view the thousands of other amazing photos sent in by all of you all across central New York. That photo and every photo every morning brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A Long Island grandfather is fighting to keep his...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We begin with lots of sunshine today, and temperatures, although starting out rather cold, warming up quickly. Here's a look at our radar and satellite right now, and we're tracking some snowfall to our north and west. That's mainly missing central New York early today. I'm actually going to go back here and load up our tower cam once again. I saw the reflections on some of the downtown Utica buildings, and I kind of wanted to see it for myself here. More or less what it looked like. Let's see if I load it up in my order here. And let's take a look in a second. So, again, snowfall to our north and west. It is exiting and staying outside of central New York. Here's our vantage point from our tower cam facing the eastern sky. Look at all this clear sky across the board. It's going to remain this way for pretty much the entire day today. There'll be a few clouds passing over us, but nonetheless, a very nice late February day in store for us. Yorkville Battery Live Radar, it's dry right now. While things are looking pretty quiet, and with at least some clearing taking place in the skies today as well as tonight, we got a planetary parade we're tracking. Now, what does this mean? Well, you could see a lot of planets in one section of the sky. Now, officially it's tomorrow night, but you can see a bit of it tonight as well. The main planets to be looking for: Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. These two planets here are a bit far away, especially Neptune. Neptune you cannot see with the naked eye. It's just so far away. But, I mean, besides that, if you do have a telescope or something stronger like that, you will likely be able to see them when skies are pretty clear. Now, if astronomy is not your forte, and maybe winter sports are, well, you got some nicer weather for it on Sunday. Before that, though, we have some slushy trail conditions Friday and Saturday. Might be some snow melt. There'll still be some snowpack here and there, but again, everything's going to freeze over again as we head into Sunday with all that snow melt eventually cooling down once more. So looking at our skycast here, today it's beautiful. Sunshine, temperatures peaking in the upper 30s, pushing 40 degrees. As we head into the overnight hours tonight, overnight lows only falling into the mid to low 30s. A brief round of rain and a few flurries in higher elevations Saturday in the mid-morning. And then breezy and cloudy conditions for much of your Saturday. We have a round of snowfall overnight into Sunday, and that's when we're going to see those temperatures fall. Wind chills falling into low teens and single digits. So when it comes to the days this weekend, you've got a spring-like day Saturday, 42 the high, and a more winter-like day on Sunday, 25 with a low of 1 Sunday night. And we have pretty much a battleground or a battle zone of seasons here. We've got winter and spring colliding. You can see here some overnight lows near 0, but some days highs in the low 40s. We'll be right back.
Right now, joining us now, and Eric, a nice, dare we say it, sunny day out.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming here, and on top of that, we're pushing 40 today in a lot of spots. Let's take a look outside right now. Live view from our tower cam, a vantage point facing the Mohawk Valley. You can see, of course, plenty of blue skies all across central New York. We take a look now in downtown Utica. Again, same story, just gorgeous blue skies out there so far today. Now, temperatures are just climbing above freezing. We're going to start to see that snow melt take place today. But look at this. Other spots, 46 in Dansville, 40 in Buffalo. I want to zoom in on some of these temperatures here because it's already 41 in Lowville. It's still a little bit chilly, 31 in Little Falls. Look at that, 42 in Westmoreland, 36 Deansboro, and in Washington Mills. Heading south, we're in the mid-30s to low 40s in a lot of spots. So, again, that sunshine really helping out today. Yorkville Battery Live Radar, we have some snow showers to our north. We're on the barrier of a cold front, but this is not really expected to reach our area. Well, there might be some influence in terms of cloud cover for the Adirondacks, so those of you up north might not see that heat we're going to be seeing for the Mohawk Valley and south today. But either way, tonight it's going to be rather mild, overnight lows in the 30s. Tomorrow we have some early morning rain showers, feeling very spring-like, highs in the upper 30s, low 40s. But not so much in terms of sunshine, though. Sunday, it's a different story. We have another cold front rolling through. It's going to feel right back into wintertime again. Highs in the 20s, wind chills feeling like the teens and single digits. So a tale of 2 days this weekend, a tale of 2 seasons, that is. But in the meantime, today, sunshine, highs pushing the low 40s. We'll be tracking the arrival of that rain tonight. We'll break down that detailed weekend forecast for you coming up shortly. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brand new this noon, 2 very violent.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. Time now just turned 12:13, and we start out by taking a live look outside in our quad camera setup here. You can see, of course, all across every corner here in central New York. And my goodness, the blue skies galore. And on top of that, those temperatures are continuing to climb. So one of those days we're really going to start to feel that late February, early March sun, which, of course, is a lot stronger than late December and much of January. Temperature now officially above freezing at Griffiths with calm winds, so no wind chill so far today. And we still have some pretty dry air in place here, so that's one of the things that's going to feel very dry out. But nonetheless, with conditions looking pretty clear this afternoon, this evening, barring a few mid to upper level clouds, we have a planetary parade to talk about. Now, this is not anything like an actual parade, but basically you can see a lot of planets in the night sky. You face the south, the southern sky, going from east to west, and some of these planets will be visible for around a half hour to an hour after sunset. A little bit tonight, better shot tomorrow, albeit the clouds might be a bit of an issue. Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus. Now, Neptune and Uranus might be a bit difficult to see just based off of the distance away from them. Neptune especially. You need a telescope to be able to view it. It's very far away. It's farther than it is from the Earth to the Sun. And keep in mind, Neptune is much, much smaller than the Sun. So something to look out for tonight and potentially tomorrow night if you do see some clearing. In the meantime, winter sports lovers, today and tomorrow, you got some slushy conditions. Great for snowball fights or building snowmen, but just make sure that snowman doesn't really melt in the process. We're going to freeze again on Sunday. Overnight lows falling into the single digits by Sunday night, but the daytime highs Sunday take place during the morning, cooling down throughout the day. So on our Skycast here, you can see after a very frigid start, we're already warming up quickly into the low to mid 30s, upper 30s pushing 40s in some spots. Now by tonight, we're going to cool back down only a few more degrees into the low to mid 30s, so not a big cool down for our final day of February. A brief round of rain and maybe some flurries in those higher elevations before we switch back over to drier weather, clouds, maybe some breaks in the cloud cover in the evening. We're overall pretty busy in the sky. Then we have some snow showers from a cold front Sunday, cooling things down even more. Wind chills in the teens as we head throughout the day Sunday. So a big difference here in terms of the weather pattern, both compared to Saturday and Sunday. But when it comes to impacts, I will say there's not anything major to watch out for both weekend days. So if you have any traveling to do, well, it should be pretty okay for now. And so we've got a pretty mixed bag of weather the next week or so. We've got cold, bitter cold. We've got warmth. It's that battle of the temperatures this time of year as the seasons begin to shift.
That's going to play out this weekend.
Yes.
What a difference.
Yeah.
Eric, thanks. Well, we often tell you during the winter to help firefighters out, and NBC's Gabe Gutierrez reporting there. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now, and a relatively nice day out there from what we've been seeing, right?
Yeah, we got sunshine. It's pushing near 40 today, and I kind of want to bring us on this roller coaster of temperatures as we head throughout the weekend. Let's take a look at this right here. So again, today it's pretty warm. We're approaching the low 40s, which I know probably, 3 months from now we'd say 40 degrees and it's cold to us, but at least for now 40 is balmy. Last time we hit 40 degrees at Rome 44 days ago, so it's been quite a while. Nonetheless, we're going to cool down a little bit tonight. It's not that cold out overnight, though. We have that south wind at play here. We're warming up again as we head into Saturday afternoon, and then begins the plunge. We have one cold front rolling through, and then a second one that pushes through the area. The warmest time is Sunday in the morning. We actually cool down throughout the day. Wind chills will be bottoming out in the single digits and teens, eventually in the negatives Sunday night into Monday. So it's a tale of 2 days this weekend, at least for now, though. We've got plenty of blue skies out there. A live look at our tower cam. We zoom down into the Mohawk Valley here, a beautiful shot of Utica, and a dry day today. Very more than welcome here locally. It's now officially 41 in Hamilton. It's 33 in Rome. We zoom in a little bit, and we're already starting to see those warmer temperatures roll through the area. 41 Sylvan Beach, 39 Westmoreland, 37 Washington Mills, and 37 in Deansboro. A little cooler as we head down into the Mohawk Valley, but we have some warmer temperatures heading south. So again, radar picking up on some snow to the north. It's not really reaching the ground due to how dry the air is, and the only thing it's really bringing is cloud cover to the north. But either way, as we head throughout the day today, our highs will climb into the upper 30s, low 40s. Plenty of sun. Enjoy your Friday. We'll have a look at a more detailed forecast for this weekend coming up. Gary?
Maybe a beach day at Sylvan Beach today.
Head right out. Maybe a nice shot of the ice.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. Well, Oneida County.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Happy Friday, everybody. What a gorgeous day it's turning out to be. And I know a couple months from now, we're reminiscing on the dry air and the colder temperatures when you guys have to start putting in your ACs. But either way, we take a look outside right now. We've got plenty of blue out there. And honestly, this time of year, as long as we see some sunshine, it's a mood riser, isn't it? It just kind of makes you a little more motivated, especially after a very cloudy and dark time of the year. We got some major changes on the way when it comes to sunrise and sunset time. So especially in March brings the biggest changes in that sunrise and sunset time frame all year long. And I can't wait to start sharing some of the information next week as we enter our first few days of March. Current conditions outside right now, of course, obviously it's sunny. 33 degrees, the temperature at Griffiths and Rome, and some calm winds. So we're starting to see the temperature begin to climb. Now, we have some partial clearing this evening and tonight, allowing the possibility of witnessing what's called the Planetary Parade. You could see it tonight. The official event is tomorrow night, but with cloud cover being very stubborn, anytime we have a slight opportunity of viewing it, of course, we'd let you guys know, and this being the case here. Look at all these planets that you could see in the night sky. Now, there are a few of them. As you see here, Neptune and Uranus, they might be a bit difficult to see, especially Neptune. You can't see it with the naked eye. It's just so far away. And yes, it's a large gas giant, but again, the distance is the big thing here. But you can see Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars pretty clearly when the skies are, in fact, clear. So you look toward the south sky around sunset tonight, and make sure you have an app, for example, Sky Guide. You can find in the App Store, a great app to use. It can help you navigate what you're seeing in the night sky and whether it's a planet or a star. I personally use it, and a lot of people that I know personally use it when it comes to stargazing. So highly recommend it. So when it comes to snowfall, at least snow sports, winter sports, today and tomorrow, you got slushy conditions. So not the best, maybe the best for making snowballs and snowmen, but some of it might melt either way. It's icy Sunday. We fall below freezing. It's going to be a very cold second half of the weekend. But piecing it together here in our Skycast today, we have some clouds rolling in from the west. It's not a lot of cloud cover, but you'll see this, of course, here pushing through, partial clearing here and there. It's not completely overcast. That's the key. Tomorrow morning, we're going to see a front approach us, bringing the arrival of at least a brief round of rain, maybe some snow in the hilltops. Won't last long. We have some patchy drizzle. It does dry up. The rest of your Saturday, unimpactful. Saturday night, we begin to cool down into the 20s, and then by Sunday morning, we have a secondary, stronger front rolling through. It's not a lot of snow, traced to maybe a couple of inches maximum, but the big thing is the temperatures will be falling throughout the day into the teens, wind chills, teens and single digits, eventually in the negatives of that wind chill Sunday night into Monday. So it's going to feel a lot different Sunday compared to what's feeling today and tomorrow. But we're in that time period. You can see the highs, you can see the lows. We're in that zone where the seasons are starting to fight it out. We got some sunshine, we've got some snowfall, we got rain, we got warmth, we got cold, and eventually spring will win out. But it's that time of year, make it some false springs, make it some 50, 60-degree days, and then we're back down to 30s. But anytime we start seeing the sun and a bit more warmer temperatures, Gary, that's all we can ask for.
I'm rooting for spring to win.
Yes, I'm right there too.
Eric, thanks. The Mohawk Valley Police Academy held a graduation.
There's Jolene Ferris reporting. Time now for a first look at the forecast with meteorologist James DeFazio in for Bill tonight.
Yes.
We wonder why he took the day off, like he knew it was going to be warm.
Almost like he can forecast or something. It was a beautiful day for most of us, and we still, though, have not hit 40 degrees at Griffiths and Rome. That streak, as of this hour, continues to live on. Downtown Utica, though, did get into the low 40s with pleasant conditions. We are seeing a little bit of snow melt today due to the sun angle and the temperature combined, but we're hanging at 39 degrees with cloudy skies at Griffiths and Rome. Griffiths just does not want to hit that 4-0 mark. We'll see if it can get there. Calm winds continue. That changes overnight tonight. We're tracking winds to increase. Your Info Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Quiet and dry this evening, and it will stay that way overnight tonight. We're tracking a shower to work through early Saturday morning around 9 to 10 a.m. This may become 44 days by the end of the night. 43 consecutive days without hitting 40 degrees. We're on pace for 44. Taking a look at tonight's temperatures, we actually rise overnight. We go from the upper 20s all the way into the mid-30s overnight. Temperatures rise as the night progresses. This evening, comfortable temperatures mid to upper 30s with partly cloudy skies. Coming up, we'll take a more detailed look at your weekend forecast. Jason.
All right, James, thank you. Utica Police releasing information on
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking a relatively calm start to the weekend ahead of a relatively calm weekend. Take a look at downtown Utica, where temperatures got up into the low 40s today. It was comfortable. The sun felt warm. It was relatively sunny, and it's going to continue to be relatively pleasant with the exception of a couple days in the upcoming forecast. Quick hitting showers possible tomorrow morning, dry weather until then. That rolls through between 8 and 10 a.m. It's a tale of two different seasons this weekend. A very spring-like Saturday and a very wintry day on Sunday. And a planetary parade arrives tonight. What to look for? A planetary parade is when the planets all align in a close enough relative area where you can see a bulk of them all within one camera shot. So if you're looking south in the sky tonight, I'm going to step off camera. These are all of the planets that are going to be visible. Some of them with the naked eye. Neptune, for example, would be one that you would need a telescope to be able to see. But a planetary parade would be visible tonight, and it does look like the weather would support viewing for it. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, quiet and dry, and it'll stay that way tonight and through the night tonight into tomorrow morning. 39 degrees with cloudy skies. We still have not hit that 40-degree mark at Griffiths and Rome. Winds increase tonight, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds. Wind gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour tomorrow, overnight tonight across the southern tier, and it remains blustery, 15 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts through the day tomorrow. Very chilly weather settles in on Sunday, highs only in the mid-20s Sunday, highs only in the teens on Monday, but this cold weather does not last. We rebound into the mid to upper 30s, and that begins the warm-up as we head into the second week of March. 80 to 90% probability of above average temperatures, much warmer weather. Tonight, calm conditions, clear skies overnight for a brief period of time, giving you an opportunity to view the planetary parade if you'd like. Then those showers roll through tomorrow between 8 and 10 a.m., a quick mix of rain and snow before things quiet down for the remainder of your Saturday. A look at your 7-day forecast. A shower very early on Saturday morning, and then quiet conditions, and then it warms up all the way. We should crack 40 tomorrow. Then Sunday, an a.m. shower, snow shower possible. And then pleasant cold weather as we head into the start of next weekend, as we head into the start of next work week. A rain-snow mix arrives on Tuesday.
All right, but then I see a warm-up after that.
Big warm-up, especially as we head into the week after that.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, James. Right now, it's not an official DeFazio.
Yes, tonight's featured dog, tonight's Skycast, dog Mishka from Utica. It's a good night to get out and walk the dog. Might be a little sloppy, a little slushy out there with the snow melt today, but comfortable temperatures. It's a comfortable night to get out and walk the dog at the very least. Taking a look at look around your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. It's quiet and it's dry, and that will continue through the night tonight. Tomorrow morning that changes. Right around 8 to 10 a.m. we see a quick hitting shower work through. Temperatures across the region. We got warm today. Southwest of Utica still in the low 40s. Northeast of Utica much cooler in the lower 30s. Temperature trend still continues to hang on to below 40-degree weather. Only 39 degrees at Griffiths and Rome. It just does not want to hit 40. It is like the 40-degree mark hits a wall when it gets close to Griffiths and Rome. Your temperature trend, very chilly weather the second half of this weekend. The first half of the weekend looking warm. The second half of the weekend looking very wintry. Jason?
All right, thank you, James. My car said 42 today, so I'm going with that. How about
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking a relatively beautiful evening after what was a beautiful day. Temperatures climbed up into the upper 30s to low 40s. The sunshine came out. Temperatures were warm enough to melt some snow. Take a look at downtown Utica, where we're seeing a little bit of snow melt on the sides of the roads, but nothing major. We're not into that extreme melt phase yet. We didn't crack the mid-40s quite yet. That will be to come in another week or so. We're tracking a quick-hitting shower that's going to arrive Saturday morning, otherwise dry weather. It's going to be a tale of two different seasons this weekend, spring Saturday, winter Monday, and a planetary parade. Here's what to look for. Planetary parade is when the planets align in a relatively close area. I'll step off camera for just a moment so you can get a view of this. This is what it's going to look like in the night sky tonight facing the south. There's going to be 7 planets visible, and if you look in the south sky, you're going to want to find one like Jupiter that you'd be able to spot with your naked eye, and then you'd be able to spot the other planets from that spot moving outward. Planets like Neptune may require a telescope. Dry weather on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. That continues until tomorrow morning. We're hanging on to 39 degrees at Griffiths and Rome. It just does not want to get to 40. Well, it remains to be seen if we can crack that 40-degree mark later this evening. Wind gusts are going to increase as the night progresses. As we head into the overnight, the southern tier sees wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour, and that blustery weather continues into Saturday, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds. High Saturday in the low 40s, high Sunday only in the mid-20s after a cold front. Much colder weather Sunday. That continues into the beginning of the week. Highs only in the upper teens on Monday, and then we begin a warm-up. We start off low, mid-30s, but it's a general climb above freezing, and by the time we get to the second week of March, we're looking at 80 to 90% probability of above average temperatures, and what we expect to be temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. Taking a look at your skycast, cloudy conditions this evening, but we clear out a little bit as we head into the overnight. It would give you an opportunity to get a good viewing of the planetary parade if you're interested in doing so. Then clouds increase by tomorrow morning. That shower arrives between 8 and 10 a.m. and then calmer conditions settle in for the remainder of your Saturday. A look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking that shower to arrive tomorrow morning between 8 and 10. It will be very brief, and then calmer conditions arrive for the remainder of the day. Very similarly, Sunday, a quick-hitting snow shower early in the morning, and then calmer conditions settle in. Cold and calm on Monday, a rain-snow mix Tuesday, and then our warm-up begins.
It's Julian Ferris reporting. Time now for a first look at the forecast with meteorologist James DeFazio.
Yes, it was a beautiful day in central New York. Temperatures climbed into the upper 30s to low 40s across the region. We saw plenty of sunshine, above average temperatures, a little bit of snow melt, but nothing widespread. We're not seeing any widespread snow melt because we're still hanging on to those upper 30 temperatures. Yet again, Griffiths and Rome seems to have evaded 40 degrees. It's dropped from 39 to 37 within the last hour. We're tracking winds to increase. Winds are going to increase overnight tonight, going to become quite blustery. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, quiet and dry. That stays that way through the night tonight. I believe I'll be updating this graphic shortly after the show to say 44 days because I believe we're going to lock in the fact that today we're going to come up 1 degree shy yet again at Griffiths and Rome of 40 degrees. Temperatures rise overnight. We're in the upper 20s to low 30s around midnight, and then temperatures rise into the mid 30s. This evening, temperatures are in the mid to upper 30s with partly cloudy skies. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the entirety of your weekend forecast. Jason?
James, thank you. Utica Police releasing information on 2.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking calm conditions tonight and a relatively calm weekend ahead. It's going to be much warmer Saturday, though, than it is on Sunday. Take a look at downtown Utica, where the sun has just set. We have folks heading out to the Comets game, a little bit of traffic out there as well. Some water on the side of the roadways. We had a little bit of snow melt today. We're tracking dry conditions to continue until tomorrow morning. A quick hitting shower rolls through between 8 and 10 a.m. It's a tale of two different seasons this weekend. Spring Saturday, wintry weather on Sunday. And a planetary parade tonight. Here's what to look for. All of the planets, all 7 of which are going to be visible. Going to be in the southerly direction from the sky. I'm going to step off screen. You're going to want to look for one of the larger planets, such as Jupiter or Mars, and then go from there. And then you'll be able to locate almost all of the planets with the naked eye. Neptune, Uranus, those are a little bit tougher to see with the naked eye. That might require a telescope, but a very rare phenomenon where all of the planets are relatively close to one another in the night sky. Dry weather continues on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar through the night tonight. That changes tomorrow morning when a brief shower rolls through. We've dropped from 39 to 37. We'll have to see if we hit 40 in between any of the hourly updates. That'll come out in a couple of hours from Griffiths and Rome to see if the streak continues. Winds will also increase as we head into the overnight. We're at 8 miles per hour now. Wind gusts as we head into the overnight become 15 to 25 miles per hour. By tomorrow morning, 25 to 35 miles per hour. Back down to 15 to 25 for your Saturday. Another warm day ahead for Saturday. I do believe tomorrow is the day that we hit 40 at Griffiths and Rome, although it's going to be very chilly Sunday and Monday, only mid-20s and upper teens on Sunday, but the cold weather doesn't last. The first week of March looking very, very warm. Cloudy skies for now, but some clearing as we head into the overnight. It's going to give you an opportunity for some viewing for that planetary parade if you're interested in doing so. Then when clouds increase throughout the second half of the overnight, that shower arrives between 8 to 10 a.m., bringing a brief wintry mix, a brief rain-snow mix, but it doesn't last. The second half of Saturday looking mostly cloudy and calm. That's going to be the same story on Sunday, except the shower in the morning is going to be in the form of snowfall. And then, again, mostly cloudy skies settle in for the remainder of the day. Calm and cold Monday. A rain-snow mix arrives on Tuesday. And then as we head into Wednesday, our warm-up begins. We head towards Thursday and Friday. We're tracking some chances for rain. And as we head into next week, it only looks warmer.
All right, we'll take the warmer.
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Thomas is going to join us live. I almost said chief meteorologist. Promoted you.
I'll take
Sorry,
it.
Bill.
I'll take
He's the
it.
chief now.
I'll take it.
Oh, I've said it so many times. James DeFazio's here.
Yes.
And you're lamenting tonight.
I am.
Because you didn't want to put a 4 there.
I didn't. I really didn't expect to. We were expecting it to get to about 41, 42 today. Griffiths had other thoughts, 39 degrees, and we hung on strong. Tomorrow, it does look like we are going to crack that 40-degree mark. It does look like we are going to climb up into the 40s as we head into at least the first half of our weekend. The second half of our weekend looking very wintry. Taking a look at current temperatures, we've dropped down from the upper 30s down into the low 30s, some areas even into the mid-20s across the southern tier. There are some pockets of colder air. And we're going to be seeing these temperatures rise overnight tonight. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, quiet and dry, and that is going to stay that way tonight. We're not expecting any precipitation until tomorrow morning. We are expecting a quick blast of precipitation between 8 and 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. 29 with clear skies at Griffiths and Rome and 7-mile-per-hour winds out of the southeast. We're going to see this wind turn more southerly and increase as the night progresses, and we're going to break that all down coming up in full weather. Temperature trend this weekend, warm tomorrow, cold, wintry weather for Sunday and Monday, and then we finally begin to bust out. We would break out into the mid to upper 30s Tuesday and Wednesday, and as we continue to head towards next week, it looks like things only continue to get warmer. So I'm going to toss it back over to you, Jason.
All right, thank you, sir. Utica Police said goodbye to retiring deputy.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. It was a beautiful day across central New York. We got warm, we saw sunshine, we got all the way up into the low 40s in most places. Griffiths, the one exception, only getting to 39. We're tracking a quick hitting shower to arrive Saturday morning. Until then, we're dry, and most of Saturday is going to be dry. A tale of two different seasons this weekend. It's going to be very spring-like tomorrow and very wintry Sunday. And a planetary parade is in the sky tonight. What is there to look for? So if you look in the sky in the southwest direction, I'm going to stand off camera so you can see, there are 7 planets that are able to be viewed in the far sky tonight. You can see most of them with the naked eye. Jupiter is a good frame of reference point to start from, and then you can kind of go out from there. Neptune, you would need either binoculars or a telescope to be able to see. Dry weather on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar continues through the night tonight into the day tomorrow until tomorrow morning. 29 degrees with clear skies at Griffiths and Rome. The wind finally turning more southerly. It's going to turn southerly overnight tonight, and we're going to see those winds increase. Notice how the winds stop right around the Mohawk Valley. That's because with a southerly wind, a lot of times the winds build up across the southern tier and then get blocked by our valley. It's an orographic feature, but blustery conditions for all of us nonetheless. 15 to 25 mile per hour winds continue into the day tomorrow. Wintry on Sunday, highs only in the mid-20s, teens on Monday for highs, and then we bust out. A big warming trend begins as we head into the middle of next week, and it continues into the second week of March. March 7th to March 14th, 80 to 90% probability of above average temperatures. Tomorrow morning between 8 and 10 a.m., a quick hitting rain shower, maybe some wet snow mixed in, works through, and then colder air builds in for the remainder of the day. A near miss storm tracking to the south of us Saturday night into Sunday morning just brings a light coating to 1 inch of snow to central New York by Sunday morning, and then drier conditions settle in for the entirety of Sunday. Skycast showing that tonight there is a little bit of a break in the cloud coverage if you'd like to go out and view the planetary parade. Then clouds continue to increase ahead of that rain-snow mix. That rain-snow mix arrives between 8 and 10 a.m., and then conditions calm down for the remainder of the day. Tonight, lows occur around midnight. Temperatures rise overnight, around 29 degrees for lows. 7-day forecast. After a couple of quick-hitting snow showers Sunday morning, the remainder of Sunday looking wintry but calm. Cool, calm conditions continue into Monday morning. Very chilly weather Monday morning. A rain-snow mix Tuesday, and then we begin our big warm-up.
Meteorologist James DeFazio.
Give it up for day 44.
44 days since we've been over 40. I'm sorry, it was over 40 in my car, so I'm going with that.
It was over 40 in the city of Utica. Griffiths has a wall around it right now.
Sometimes it happens,
It has gone to 39 several times during this 44-day span, although we have yet to actually hit that 40-degree mark exactly. Tomorrow we do expect to do so. If we don't tomorrow, we definitely will next week. Temperatures right now anywhere from the upper 20s to low 30s across the region. And we're going to be tracking a southerly wind to arrive tonight that's going to actually allow temperatures to stabilize and then rise overnight tonight. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, quiet and dry, and it stays that way through the overnight tonight. A look at current conditions, a 6-mile-per-hour breeze out of the southeast, and again, that's going to turn more southerly. We're also going to see that increase to about 15 to 25 miles per hour overnight. A look at your temperature trend as we head through the weekend. Sunday looking much more wintry than Saturday. Saturday, it's a very juxtaposed day. A spring day Saturday, a wintry day Sunday. Monday, highs only in the teens. Coming up, we're going to take a look at exactly what you can expect for the remainder of your weekend, as well as the planetary parade. Jason?
All right, thank you, James. Utica Police said goodbye to retiring
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We are tracking a quick-hitting shower Saturday morning that's going to roll through between 8 and 10 a.m. A tale of two different seasons this weekend. Warmer weather, spring-like weather Saturday, wintry weather on Sunday, wintry temperatures. And a planetary parade, what to look for out there. The planetary parade, you can see 7 planets out there right now. You'd want to identify a large one like Jupiter and then go from there. You want to orient yourself from the southwest portion of the sky, and then you'd be able to find the planets. Dry weather on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. That continues through the night tonight, and that will change tomorrow morning right around 8 a.m. when that shower rolls through. 28 degrees with clear skies at Griffiths and Rome. A southeast wind at 6 miles per hour. We're going to notice this wind continue to turn more southerly. We're also going to see it increase overnight tonight. Winds out of the south, and we're going to see the strongest winds across the southern tier. 15 to 30 mile per hour winds overnight. 15 to 25 mile per hour winds continue into the day tomorrow. Temperature trend, very chilly weather for the second half of the weekend, only going to be in the 20s and high teens by Monday. Your 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, 90 to 95% probability of above average temperatures for that second week of March. Clear weather tonight, but tomorrow morning, again, by 8 to 10 a.m., that round of wet snow, cold rain rolls through, and then calmer conditions settle in for the remainder of the day. Lows tonight around 29 degrees, partly cloudy, temperatures rise overnight. I'll look at your 7-day forecast. A chilly one on Monday, and then a rain-snow mix